Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence. We are here for the second edition of the MTN U-19 Championship. 4 games in a day, match day 3. We've had the first 2 already, and we are bringing you the third game of the day between Northern Region and Brong Ahafo Region. For Northern Region, this will be their third try, looking for their first victory. And for Brong Ahafo, this will be their second game of the run as well. Brong Ahafo had a win at their first try, and for Northern Region, twice they've not been able to even grab a point. So these are the lads that have lined up for the 2 sides for Northern Region who are playing as the home side. Some changes have gone on in there, as many as 3 changes to include their goalkeeper. So they moved away from the goalkeeper who had them and kept them for the first 2 games. That's Ibrahim Dayan, and have gone in for their second choice goalkeeper from those games. That's Nasser Al Hassan. Adalba Richard is out of the squad as well. And there's Abubakar Idi, Haruna Ali, Sedu Kamsu, Idrisu Al Hassan, Fuseni Idrisu Al Hassan, Muqtada. There's Ibrahim Mohammed, Abubakar Salim happens to be the captain of the side, and Abdul Rahim Al Hassan Baba completes that starting 11 for head coach Baku Mohammed Awal. And for Central Region, or Brong Ahafo I should say, they took on Central Region on the first day. They have kept faith to their squad and just made a change. Bedu Daniel is a goalkeeper, Emmanuel Nyako, Mohamed Azindo, Frimpong Jr., Adai Kinsley, Japong, Emmanuel Amankwa, Godfred, Ernest J, Ofosu Bright, who happens to be the captain of the side, and Osafo Entry, who is having his first start for Brong Ahafo Region, has also displayed Seth Safo, who did not even dress up today, and the lineup is completed by Sedu Nayilu for head coach John Danso Nimade. These 2 sides up and ready. Northern Region have come out quite differently today. A dominant navy blue jersey with white sleeves and white shorts on black horses too much. And for Brong Ahafo Region, also dominant turquoise or green, if you would have it, with patches of white on white horses too much as well. Our center referee is Richard Ofosujan. He'll be assisted by Bright Arthur. On line 2 will be Ishmael Aye, and our 4th official is Inshira Adakwa. The whistle is gone, and Richard Ofosujan sets the tone for this game. Northern Region playing from right to left, with Brong Ahafo responding from left to right. "34 seconds done. Northern Region will know they have to tread carefully. Brong Ahafo already on the run. Sedu. But they'll pick up once again. Northern Region. Sedu. Still Sedu. Loses out him. Captain Salim for Northern Region. Heavy on that one. Sedu storing. And Salim sends it out once again. Captain for Northern Region. Salim Abubakar there in your shot. Brong Ahafo. Ejapong sends it down the left hand side. Back to Ejapong. Looking for options. He was going for Emmanuel down the right hand side. So in quickly taken. Here's Edie. Edie will find Nasser Al Hassan. Goalkeeper for Northern Region. Spreads it down the right hand side. Northern Region taking their time with Kamsu. Now through the middle. Great ball placed down the right hand side for Abdul Rahim. Rahim beating to it. Brong Ahafo recover quickly. That back line. And now it's the turn of Seydou to hold on to it. Turns around beautifully, but we lose it out to Al Hassan. The idea was good, but the direction was nothing that will yield results for Northern Region. Al Hassan Muqtada. Goalkeeper Bedu Daniel. Kinsley back to Daniel. He searches to his left hand side and he'll find Goffred. Goffred back to his goalkeeper. Goalkeeper spreads it and it's towards Emmanuel. Emmanuel steps up to pick it through the middle. Finds his captain Bright. Bright switches to Seydou down the right hand side. There was a timely clearance there as well for Edie. Northern Region treading cautiously. They've not failed to score. They've had 2 goals apiece in their first 2 games, but have lost on both occasions. They lost 4-2 to Upper East Region and lost 3-2 to Central Region. So on the account of that, one can say definitely they do have goals in this game, but whether it brings them victory or not, that is what we are yet to find out on match day 3. Brong Ahafo tear way down the left hand side of attack, switching to the right. And they'll hit a snag in Edie. Emmanuel for Brong Ahafo. Receives it. And we'll let that one go flying. Salim attracts the first yellow card for bringing down Emmanuel in that manner. Emmanuel already had the ball, and there was no need to have gone in that hard on him. Salim, after 4 minutes, has been yellow carded. Free kick. And center referee for Sujan request for a different ball. So Emmanuel has it now, ready to effect the first free kick of the game, and first for Brong Ahafo. Emmanuel. The whistle goes and he's ready. Sends one towards the goalkeeper, Nasara, and it's in there. Great connection from Frimpong Jr. Brong Ahafo do have a goal to show. That was well calculated. It was a good ball sent in there from Emmanuel. And the tap in from Frimpong Jr. equally excellent. That was Emmanuel's free kick. And Frimpong just got there at the right time. He caught comes to ball watching. And slotted that home for Brong Ahafo. Frimpong Jr. grabs the first goal for Brong Ahafo. We have a long day. Northern Region conceding after 5 minutes. Game resumes down the right hand side. Heads go up. Controlled in the middle. Brong Ahafo tear away once again. Down the right hand side. Seydou is getting ready. Ball gets to him. Slows down a little bit. Will send it back to Ejapong. It's Ejapong. Ejapong's ball well controlled by Goffred into there. And Brong Ahafo playing some swift game here. The goal scorer, Frimpong. Frimpong came from the back and got a very good goal as a centre back. Nasara is beaten again, but this time he holds on to it for Northern Region. Nasser Al Hassan is expected to be better than Ibrahim Dayan. It looks like he's also going through the same drill. Edie's ball taken over by Emmanuel. And Brong Ahafo will win the advantage. Northern, I should say, Edie picks it up for Al-Hassan. Al-Hassan through the middle. Northern region. Here's Edie. Edie turns around and finds Al-Hassan. Still Al-Hassan back to Haruna. Haruna's ball in, headed the way of goalkeeper Bedu Daniel. He reaches for it and through the middle, Brong Ahafo on the attack once again. Al-Hassan towards Ernest. Ernest back to Entry. Entry keeps it in play for Brong Ahafo to Sedu. Sedu finds Emmanuel, sends another in-swinger. But there's no turquoise jersey. Far back, Azindo holds it. Azindo towards Godfred. Brong Ahafo stringing their passes together. They restart that attack once again. Godfred turns around that back heel to his captain Bright. Bright is blocked. Taking over by Husseini for Northern region. They will keep it. Gamble with that one. That pass through. Sends it to Abdul Rahim. Rahim makes that run upwards. And the flag is up. Osman caught in that outside trap. And Northern region are looking to respond almost immediately. Great run from the center towards Osman down the right-hand side. The two defenders stayed behind him, and he was caught in that trap. Northern region finding a way to get back into this game. Ibrahim with the ball down the right-hand side. Ibrahim got one of the 2 goals for Northern region the last time out against Central region, but he's beating this time around. Here's Bright for Brong Ahafo, tears away. There's a call for the ball down the right-hand side, where the pass came in late to Ernest. And Northern region will pick up the pieces. Al-Hassan to his right-hand side. Northern region were looking to get through and do good by Abdul Rahim. He wins a throw-in. Rahim's throwing. Idrisu gets the opportunity to start that attack. Almost beat into it. Recovers swiftly. But here's Sedu. Sedu for Brong Ahafo. His run is blocked. Emmanuel fights for it. Unable to keep it. Salim picks it up for Northern region. Captain Salim. And he releases the ball towards Osman. Went down against a round of clay. And he'll need medical attention. 10 minutes done. Northern region 0. Brong Ahafo region 1. Northern region still fighting for their first 3 points in this tournament. This is their 3rd outing, and they've lost twice already. Live from the Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence, 2nd edition of the MTN Elite U-19 Championship. Free kick, Edie, to effect it for Northern. Abubakar Edie picks it up towards the goal area. Heads go up over the roof of the net. That would have beaten Bedu Daniel if he had a little direction to it. Not a bad kicking at all. Abubakar Edie, great effort. Here's Edie. With that precise kicking, that was a free header. But missed the pole by inches. They'll try once again. Throwing is still Edie. Edie's throwing towards Al Hassan. Al Hassan turns away. Will he be able to go past the third man in green? No. Free kick quickly taken. Haruna sends it down the right hand side. Here's Northern Region. Now strike. Heading straight towards Bedu Daniel. Northern Region are looking for a way around this. They want to get back in the game. Can't believe they went down as early as the 5th minute. We've had a goal as early as the 52nd mark on the time. The fastest goal so far was scored after 52 seconds, I should say. And the goals are not trickling in like they did from match day 1 and day 2. That day to rest clearly has afforded all the managers the opportunity to correct most of the errors. We have seen slim wins today. Here is Idrisu. Is looking for Idi, but intercepted by Sedu. Sedu has opportunity to control. He goes down, and the referee spots that foul on him. Free kick. Brong Ahafo. Kinsley swings it down the left towards his captain, but Haruna goes down. Quick goal kick. Nasara towards Idrisu. Yes, Idrisu calling for it for Husseini. Husseini gets to it. Puts his hands to Goffred's face. That was a very poor way to have won the ball. Husseini. He was challenging for it. Together with Goffred, just turned around, left his hand behind, and got to his face, and was running away with it. But center referee who halted the game. 14 minutes on the clock. Northern 0, Brong Ahafo 1. Temporary hold up here at the Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence. Game will continue. Kinsley behind that one for Northern Region. Kinsley, a short one towards Husseini. Husseini tears away. It's Husseini. Still Husseini heading towards goal. Releases the ball down his right hand side to Ibrahim. Ibrahim sends it wide. Twisting and turning is Haruna. Ball sent down the right hand side of attack. Swung in almost immediately. Header controlled by Husseini. Turns around and shoots. Across the face of goal. Not a bad try at all. Brong Ahafo have their last man back on the turf. But another goes down. And it's Kinsley who need attention. And it was very good striking there from Husseini. Bedu Daniel was caught by watching. Kinsley will also need attention from the medics. And he might also have to step away from the pitch for play to continue. Center referee looking around and just pointing to the back of the lines to the medics and Kinsley. 16 minutes done. Brong Ahafo have something to rejoice about. Bad news. Kinsley might have to be stretched off We are hoping it's nothing serious, but this was it. After ball incident, bumped into his own colleague. Miscommunication on that account. And Kinsley might not be able to continue. We wait to see that he's stretched over there. Kinsley sits on the stretcher. And he's helped up. And sent aside. Brong Ahafo. Will pick that kick. Bedu Daniel. His goal kick in. Crosses the center line. Brights go up. And they'll chase after it. Emmanuel keeps it in play for Brong Ahafo. Yes, Emmanuel. That was too feeble from Bright to scare goalkeeper Nasara. Edie's ball down the right hand side finds Ibrahim. Ibrahim will spread it towards Haruna. Here's Haruna racing. Haruna has Sedu on his heels, turns around to relieve himself, finds Fuseni. Fuseni to Edie. Edie down the left hand side. Also gets to Osman, and the whistle is gone. The whistle goes, and Kinsley is back on the turf. 11-all the players are now. Free kick, Northern Region. "19 minutes gone. Brong Ahafo up by a goal against Northern. And this is Ibrahim's ball in over the roof. Bedu Daniel just tested and paused with flying colors. Ernest goes down and wins a free kick for Brong Ahafo Region, who have a goal to show. Ejapong searches to his right hand side, finds Kinsley, spreads it to the goal scorer, Frimpong Jr. Through the middle, here's Goffred. Goffred turns around, and the flag is up. Captain Bright caught in the free kick. Northern Region. Haruna calls his colleagues. Ball is returned to Haruna once again. Moving through the middle. Bright picks it up. Brong Ahafo turns around. Turns it into an attack. Ejapong. Back to Kinsley. Kinsley sends it through as far as Osman. They'll pick it. Al Hassan switching towards Haruna. Haruna unable to get to it in time. It is a gift to Brong Ahafo. There they come down the left hand side. It was a good play, and the flag is up. Northern Region saw the tribe a long time, and so how Brong Ahafo played into it. So in advantage. Emmanuel. Bright is shoved off that one, but play will continue. Taken over by Ibrahim for Northern Region. Cleared by Jisu. Brong Ahafo pick up the pieces. Here's Emmanuel once again, looking for Ernest, and Ernest is pushed down. Free kick, Brong Ahafo, winning all the 50-50 balls and have a goal to show. Emmanuel takes a few steps back in the half of Northern Region, goes down the right-hand side, finds his captain Bright. He's moving swiftly with that one, places it beautiful for Ernest. Ernest loses out on it. Magofredo try, he's brought down, play continues. Here is a Japan to Bedu Daniel, goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper dashes that goal to Northern Region. Poor clearance. He was looking to locate Azindo. Azindo was late. And Abdul Rahim just pounced on it. Bedu Daniel gifted Abdul Rahim that goal, and he made no mistake. Put the ball in that yawning net. 1-1. Northern Region 1, Brong Ahafo 1. We have a game on our hand. Nasser Al Hassan can rest his mind after his mistake on the other side. Just up to 5 minutes, Edie had a final touch to that one, and ball goes out. Brong Ahafo have the advantage, and it's going to be a free kick. Emmanuel down the right hand side for Ernest. My goalkeeper Nasara picks it for Northern Region towards Kamsu. Kamsu down the right hand side. And we set it ahead to Azindo. Great control, Ibrahim. Brong Ahafo seem to be drawn into making defensive mistakes in the last 5 minutes. Al Hassan sends a long one down the right hand side to Abdul Rahim. Rahim fights for it, loses out. Azindo keeps it. Sends it towards Frimpong. Abdul Rahim goes down after he went in strong for that ball. Limps and is up on his feet to continue. 25 minutes in the first half. Northern Region 1, Brong Ahafo 1. Ball drops to Frimpong. To goalkeeper Bedu Daniel. Daniel settles for a long one down the right hand side towards Bright. Bright gets ahead to it, and here is Emmanuel. Emmanuel racing with it. Good block there from Idrisu. Good block. So in Emmanuel put his body through to it. Intention to be cleared. It is Ejapong. Picks it for Brong Ahafo. Takes his time. Cool, calm, and collected. Here's Ernest. Ernest gets his ball blocked. Al Hassan sends it down the other way. Salim had his foot to it before spreading it. Here they come once again. Osman and Bedu. Daniel Bedu holds on this time around. Northern Region have grown in confidence after pulling parity. Game is heating up. Bedu Daniel. Daniel's ball towards Emmanuel. He races and unable to keep it. Edie picks up the throw-in rather quickly. Turns around towards Osman. Osman challenged by Goffred. Bright wins it for Brong Ahafo. Progresses with it down the right hand side. He finds entry. Here is entry. He's brought down. Kamsu is penalized for that foul on entry. Attracting the second yellow card of this game. All two Northern Region players. So unfair on entry. Free kick advantage. Brong Ahafo. We've done 27 minutes. And it's one apiece. Northern Region taking on Brong Ahafo. Free kick. Has both Emmanuel and Ernest behind it. Three-man wall for Nasser Al Hassan. Goalkeeper for Northern Region today. One joins in to the four-man wall. Ernest straight into the wall. Poor free kick. Here is a follow-up from Bright. And there's another wasted ball. Brong Ahafo losing the energy they began this game with. And Northern Region picking themselves up after the equalizer. They'll try. Here, it's Pimpon Jr. Through the middle, finds Ernest. Ernest sends it back towards Kingsley. Kingsley locks it over everyone. Entry. Great defending there from Idrisu. Took the ball away from him without touching the man. Excellent defending. Idrisu prefers safety and has conceded a corner. Brong Ahafo. Emmanuel's kick that one in. Followed up by Ernest. On the far left, Ernest. He was looking for entry. That stop has attracted yellow card. And referee flashes the card to the face of Kingsley. Free kick comes to sends one in. Heads go up. Challenged. Ball still in the air. Abdul Rahim. Rahim turns around. Finds Haruna. Haruna picks it up once again. Ibrahim unable to keep it. We'll send another one through. Ball stopped. Here is entry. Tries to go past Idrisu and sends the ball out. Brong Ahafo with the advantage. We've hit the half-hour mark. 30 minutes. Northern 1, Brong Ahafo 1. If you're just joining, second edition of the MTN Elite U-19 Championship going on here at the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence in Pram. 10 football in the regions. Drawn talent across the length and breadth of the region below the ages of 19 here to showcase their talent. This could be the beginning of a great football story for some of these players, individuals who will join clubs, who will move on to different heights and different paths in football. The second edition is on. Last year was won by Ashanti region. Won by Eastern region, I should say. Ashanti region were semi-finalists. We never made it to the finals. Here is Edie. Edie finds Husseini. Quick 10 from Al Hassan. Al Hassan once again spreads it towards Edie down the left-hand side. Emmanuel follows up and clears his lines. Northern region trying so hard to find the second. The last two games, they've been able to score twice in each game. Here's Husseini, beaten to it, cleared by Bright. They have it, Haruna. He would also try, but that's a feeble shot. Daniel Frimpong goes down. Now was a moment. Kingsley was trying to steal the ball away. Instead, free kick, short one. Kingsley towards Frimpong. Frimpong points to an empty space. Gets through it. Azindo's ball down the right hand side. Here's Emmanuel, chased by Edie. Here's still Emmanuel. Emmanuel's cross. This is the second goal. No! Wasted effort there by Entry. That was just the second one that they let go. Good one from Emmanuel down the right hand side. The pass or the cutting was good. I know. Entry just decided to balloon the ball into the air. For a moment, I thought Brong Ahafo had the second goal. Bright cannot believe it. Holds his head in dismay. Captain of Brong Ahafo. Another ball in. Emmanuel will let it go. "33 minutes done. Northern Region 1, Brong Ahafo 1. Towing advantage. Emmanuel. Edie. Finds Al Hassan, who knows he's committed a heinous crime. And then she will lose out on it again. Al Hassan knows he gave the ball away and was ready to rectify it. Only for the flag to go up. Free kick. Brong Ahafo. Emmanuel send that one in. But I think that will scare Nasser Al Hassan. He returns the favor. There was a block. Emmanuel's header. Bright follows up through the middle. Sends it through. Leaves it for Ennis. Ennis sends it back. Here's Emmanuel. Emmanuel down the right hand side. Bright up against Idrisu. Idrisu is able to win it. Bad there. Northern Region 1, Brong Ahafo 1. 34 minutes done. Throwing. Manos throwing. And Bright was expecting. He picks it up. Head coach John Dansonimade not happy. Godfred had his hand to Ibrahim and play has been halted. Just shove him off somewhere and wanted to go on with that run. Northern Region. Idrisu has a soul. Would like to keep it. Sends it to his goalkeeper. Ibrahim sends that ball through the middle. Great stop there. Here they go. Osman releases it to his captain. Salim's shot is blocked. And Bedu Daniel split shot second. And that would have spelled doom for him. That is 6 minutes on the clock. Northern Region have been able to pull parity. 1-1, cancelling out that 5th minute goal by Brong Ahafo. Kingsley sends it back to us from Pond Jr. Here's Godfred. Godfred went down. And he has the advantage for Brong Ahafo. He was shoved off by Osman. Quick free kick down the left-hand side. Through to Japan. Japan. Fimpong. Towards Azindo. Azindo surges forward. Was looking for Seidu. But here's Salim. Captain Salim. Not allowed to go. And it was Kingsley who stopped him in his runs. Throwing Al Hassan. Sends it back into Abdul Rahim. Rahim up against Azindo. Azindo had his foot to it finally. Azindo preferred safety. Corner kick. And it's Haruna, who do Northern Region the honest. Haruna's bowling. Certainly not the best. Goal kick to Brong Ahafo region. Bedu Daniel has been counted down and allows Frimpong to pick the goal kick. Frimpong's ball down the left-hand side to Sedu. Sedu keeps his head down, turns around, and still has it. Here's Sedu. Strong Sedu releases Brong Ahafo. And Ernest will walk over it. Northern region gets the ball into the half of Brong Ahafo. Fuseni, realizing he was never going to be the recipient, threw his hands in dismay. Emmanuel. Northern region picked the resulting throw-in. Japan brings down Al Hassan around the center circle, and it will be advantage to Northern region. Idris was bowling, headed down for Daniel by Emmanuel. He rolled the ball down his right hand side, and Brong Ahafo looking to catch the opponent on the counter. Abdul Rahim. Emmanuel towards Ernest, and the whistle goes. We've hit the 40 minutes mark in the first half. 5 more minutes to be played. Plus any time that could be added on for stops and time wasted. Or to the magnanimity of the center referee, Emmanuel swings it by. Heads go up towards the center circle. And Japan will pick up the pieces for Brong Ahafo. Bedu to his right hand side. And ball gets to the middle. Here's Ernest. Ernest beating to it. Al Hassan. Northern region, since grabbing the equalizer, are asking serious questions. Ernest Damis, but he was fouled right in front of center referee. And he made no mistake. Referee for Sujan made no mistake calling that out. And Brong Ahafo have the advantage. Goalkeeper calls out for it and holds on. There's a long one in. And Frimpong Jr. had his head to it. Here is a Japan. Azindo couldn't follow up on it. Throwing advantage. Nothing. Seidu loses out on it. Fuseni's ball. Still working around the northern region. Wasted efforts there. 42 minutes done. Goal kick down the right hand side. Quickly taken. Frimpong keeps it in. Brong Ahafo Seidu sends it back to Frimpong. Frimpong. Azindo's pass towards Emmanuel. Can he get to it in time? It's cleared. Right. Leaves it. And allows it to go. Kinsley's brought down and unhappy about it. Just left to right. And he's called to order by his coach and the technical bench not to respond to some of these things but play to the whistle. Kingsley back to Frimpong Jr. Frimpong Jr. leaves it for Azindo down the left hand side. Azindo for entry. And entry is beating to it once again. We'll be playing a minute more and maybe time that could be added on. Northern region struggling to keep their house in order. Emmanuel sets it up once again for Bright is the captain of the side. He was literally heckled and he goes down once again. 20 seconds to go in the first half of this game. Northern Region 1, Brong Ahafo 1. As early as the 5th minute, there was a goal for Brong Ahafo, only to be responded in the 23rd minute by Northern Region. We'll be doing 3 minutes of additional time. It has already begun. Temporary hold up. With the player down on the turf. The last game of the day will be between the lads that scored as many as 6 when they came out to play their first game of this competition. Third last edition, they are showing their mettle already. Greater Accra. They'll be lining up for the last game of the day before we wrap it all up here. The Gadamantoka Center of Excellence. They'll pick that fight against Central Region, who have also not had a good moment here. All from Group B. They are yet to grab a point. They actually won on the second day against this Northern Region side, I should say. So they are 3 points out of a possible 6. And they will come up against Greater Accra, who will be chasing their second game. Went all guns blazing in the first game and they won 6-0. on the one. .47 and the last 30 seconds of the 3 that was added on. Northern Region spreading that play, kept in play. NS loses out on it. Here's Idrisu. Idrisu for Fuseni. Fuseni spreads it down the right hand side to Al Hassan, and Al Hassan's ball progressed, but just as far as Daniel. Idrisu's down on the turf. Idrisu down, and the 3 minutes has been exhausted. This game could be wrapped up. The first half, I should say, could be wrapped up anytime soon. 45 minutes done. Additional time also done. And the scoreline remains Northern Region 1, Brong Ahafo 1. Al Hassan Idrisu is being attended to. And Brong Ahafo Seydou is looking for a way back onto the turf. Limps to the touchline for treatment to continue. Al Hassan Idrisu. Ball dropped for goalkeeper Bedu Daniel. That is the last kick of the first half. And Northern Region and Brong Ahafo are sharing spoils after 45 plus 3 minutes. It's been a good game here so far. We'll be back after a quick rest to walk you through the remaining 45 minutes. And the next 45 minutes has started. We are back on the turf after 15 minutes of rest. It's the third game of the day between Northern Region and Brong Ahafo Region. Second edition of the MTN Elite U-19 Championship. If you're just joining, this is between Northern Region and Brong Ahafo. Northern Region are now playing from left to right. And a dominant navy blue jersey, whereas Brong Ahafo can be identified by the turquoise and white horses. Brong Ahafo, after 5 minutes, took the lead through Frimpong Jr. before Abdul Rahim responded in the 23rd minute. 2 good goals as we search for more. Haruna to pick up that corner for Northern Region. Haruna's corner sent in. Still have it. Timely clearance there from the goal scorer from Pont Jr., who is also a centre back. They're tearing away. Azindo's ball. And the advantage of 4-2. Brong Ahafo. Azindo with a throw-in. Sends it back towards Frimpong Jr. Jr. Calm everyone down and take it to Kinsley. Kinsley's ball is blocked. Return to him. Heads go up through the middle. Lofted over everyone. Goffred sends it through. His opposite number, Hassan has it. Northern Region, Osman. And he's offside. Osman was ready to cut that in, but the flag was up in the air already. Free kick quickly taken. Brong Ahafo. Ibrahim had a touch of that one. Northern Region, they'll progress to that one. Kinsley blocks it. Back to the middle of the turf. Al Hassan. Misplaced priorities there. Rahim. Azindo. Azindo hits Abdul Rahim. Went to throwing. There was a push on Ernest. No changes to either side. It is a throw-in advantage. Northern Region. Salim was hoping to have kept it from Haruna for Northern. Azindo finds Junior. Frimpong Jr. turns around, sends it to the other side. And Seydou wants to keep it. He's able to. Finds Ernest. That progress towards entry is curtailed. Idrisu got in the way. Azindo picks up that throw in again. Finds Ernest. Here's Azindo. Seydou. Seydou's ball. And away from Nasara. 48 minutes gone. 3 minutes exhausted in the second half. Scoreline remains 1-1 between Northern Region and Brong Ahafo. Northern Region yet to win a game. They've played 2 already and have lost both. Brong Ahafo were able to survive on their first attempt when they beat Central Region 2-0. They took the lead today too, but on a clean slate at this point in time. Here's Fuseni. He was fouled. Quick free kick. Haruna will apologize immediately. He could have done better. Azindo's throwing. Entry held aside. Seydou got in there to help him. Brong Ahafo's advantage. Azindo picks it up. Throwing to Ernest, who is in a very tight corner. He gets it. Sent it back to Azindo. Azindo to Japan. Japan to Seydou. Lifts it for Ernest. Here's Ernest. Sends that in swinger straight to Nasser. Goalkeeper Nasser sends it down the left hand side. Frimpong Jr. picks it up. He finds Simano down the right hand side. Idris's clearance spot on for Northern Region. Throw in. And Brong Ahafo back in the game. Northern Region will pick up the pieces. They're stringing their passes together. Looking for Abdul Rahim. Loses out on it. Haruna tries. And there's a foul. Game restarted. Osman couldn't get to it in time. Here's Bright, captain for Brong Ahafo. He's still tearing away. Bright sends one in! Right across the face of goal. Nasser Al Hassan, very lucky on that account. Does it, leading by example. Fusu Bright sends a long ranger and could have unsettled Nasser. Haruna responds, header down. Godfred. Northern Region will also respond to Edie. Frimpong Jr. will let it go for Godfred. Edie picks it up once again. Edie down the left hand side, finds Ibrahim, back to Edie, turns around, and Northern Region will be patching those pieces. Nasser leaves it for Kamsu. Kamsu turns around, and Nasser is safe there. Entry almost grabbed the second for Brong Ahafo. That was a gift on a silver platter, but he couldn't keep it. Abdul Karim's ball. And Northern Region on the attack. Brad gets there on time, picks it for Japan. Japan turns around, finds Godfred, keeps it, spreads it down the right hand side. Brong Ahafo. Late on those second balls. Northern Region. That ball in was wasteful. Kinsley clears his lines as long as the right hand of attack for Bright. Bright challenges Idrisu for it. He goes down. Fair tackle. Referee will not have any of that. And it'll be a goal kick for Northern, quickly taken. Haruna is waiting for it. He receives it, races with it from the middle, down the right hand side of attack, and that ball is out. Abdul Rahim was unable to get to it. Frimpong Jr. receives that throw-in from Azindo Jr. Seidu wants it. Beat into it by Ibrahim. Ibrahim sends it down the left hand side. They'll try and they get the second goal. Northern Region. Osman gets the second for Northern Region. 2-1 it is. 54 minutes gone. That was a good goal. Ibrahim found Osman at the right place. Bedu Daniel had already committed himself and was down. Couldn't get up on his feet in time. Osman grabs the second for Northern Region. Ibrahim Osman is the goal scorer for Northern Region. And players already restarted. Godfred wins that free kick for Brong Ahafo. Towards Azindo down the left hand side. Azindo gets it. He's unable to continue. Throwing. Abdul Rahim is pushed away from it. But Azindo has the resulting throwing. Azindo looking for options. Sends it towards Ernest. Ernest tears away from Haruna. Not as far away from Al Hassan. Another attacking throw-in for Brong Ahafo. It's Azindo. And entry sends it out. John Dasunimade, coach of Brong Ahafo, cannot believe what is happening. Frimpong Jr. has flashed the yellow card. His foot was high up in the face of Abubakar Salim, captain of Northern Region. And the referee of Osujan punishes him for that. Very unspotting from Frimpong Jr. Free kick, Northern Region. As Haruna behind it. Brong Ahafo will respond to the goal with 2 changes. We'll wait for the confirmation. We're yet to see either side making a change, and looks like Brong Ahafo will be the first free kick sent in. Ball returns to Haruna. Keeps it intelligently, lofts it through, but he's blocked. Trying to break his way. But Brong Ahafo are able to keep it. Here's Ernest. Blocked. Northern Region still have control. Goffred brings down Ibrahim. Salim was caught offside. The back line of Brong Ahafo not happy with themselves. But this is the change. 2 changes actually to be effected by Brong Ahafo. We'll see Abdul Razak Arafat getting into the game. And also we'll get to see Yusuf Amankwa. But the fourth referee will tell us who they are in to replace pretty soon. Free kick quickly taken. Kamsu's ball in, returns to the middle. Kamsu gets a start to it. Here is Sedu. Heads it down for Brong Ahafo. Azindo is already in there for it. Brings down Kamsu. Play continues and halted by center referee. 58 minutes done. Ofosujan calls for the change to be effected. Azindo shoving off Kamsu. And so Ernest steps out. And his place is taken by Yusuf Amankwa. Second change. Seidu. Nailu is out. And Abdul Razak Arafat gets into the game in his stead. 2 changes. What does it mean to Brong Ahafo? We've done close to 60 minutes already. The remaining 30 will tell. Free kick, Brong Ahafo on their own half. Here's Frimpong Jr. score of the first goal. Junior switches to his right hand side, finds Kinsley. Kinsley for Brong Ahafo. The long ride to the other side, header down. Emmanuel picks up the resulting throwing. Bright challenges for it. And the advantage forced to Brong Ahafo. Another throwing quickly taken towards Azindo. To Emmanuel, back to Azindo. Azindo's ball through to Goffred. Goffred returns to the middle of the park. Finds Frimpong Jr. Jr. was looking to find his colleague. Yusuf, who just got onto the turf for his first touch. The ball is already crossed the line. And with Ibrahim for Northern Region. Ibrahim gets to the left hand side. And Northern Region asked for a good game today. Al Hassan with the ball picked up by Azindo. Azindo wins it for Brong Ahafo. It's still Azindo. That pass through to Yusuf. Beats his marker. And there goes the equalizer. No. The flag was equally up. Chances created in the second half. Just unthinkable. Goalkeeper Nasser Al Hassan was beaten completely. And game continues. Al Hassan blasted through the middle. Goffred picks it up. On the run towards Bright down the right hand side of attack for Brong Ahafo. Bright unable to go through, leaves it and to no one in particular. Coach Mohamed Awal Bako on his feet. Though 2 goes up, knows what it means if he doesn't get his players to keep their focus. They scored twice against Upper East, only to lose 4-2. Scored twice against Central Region and also lost 3-2. So scoring twice is not a problem for Northern Region. Keeping it to the very end is. And here is Arafat. Arafat fights for it once again. But Salim is on the other side, fighting with Report Junior for Northern Region. He wins it off of him. Salim up against Kinsley. Salim sensing the cross on Ibrahim. Was not stripped enough to read that ball. He lets it go. And the advantage for Brong Ahafo. Salim just took all the time. Osman. Ball through the middle. Azindo. And he'll win it for Yusuf. Back to Azindo. That cross. And Nasser has his hand to it. Nasser Hassan had moments of great goalkeeping for Northern Region. He sought out in the first 2 games. Thus, it's his first game for Northern Region. Arafat's header. Return. Kinsley heads it down. Turned around beautifully. Yusuf putting Godfred to Godfred. And goalkeeper challenged him for that one. Godfred, we need medical attention. He's able to get up on his own. This was when he bombed into goalkeeper Nasser. He gave him a little shove there. And Godfred has been yellow carded. Going down and requiring the attention of the medics only to get up before the team got to him. Fusujan is a strict referee who will not entertain time wasting. Daniel steps up this time around, returns the favor. Idris's header. Bright loses out on it. Here's Fuseni. Fuseni twisting and turning for Northern Region. Still Fuseni. Fuseni's ball through. And Yusuf wins it momentarily, but Godfred picks it up through the middle. Azindo back to Godfred. Godfred to Imano down the right hand side. Brong Ahafo. Flag is up. Northern Region will also prep for their first change. 65 minutes. Northern Region 2. Brong Ahafo 1. We would see some fresh legs for Northern Region pretty soon. But now, here's Bright. The left-hand side finds Emmanuel. Challenge for it. Al Hassan loses out. Arafat. Arafat for Brong Ahafo. That ball kept in play by Kinsley. Arafat loses it once again. Kinsley tries to keep it and goes down with it. Quick free kick. Yusuf down the left-hand side. Arafat positions himself to pick it down the left-hand side. He's able to. Well, he's sending that cross. Damis picks his moment. There's a low path. And is blocked. Salim through the middle. Tears away. Busted through for Abdul Rahim. Back to Salim. Here Salim tries to shoot, blocked by Yusuf. Emmanuel picks it and sends it out. This is the change from Northern Region. Osman Ibrahim is out after getting the second goal for Northern Region. His job is done. And Ibrahim Rayan will continue from where he left off. 67 minutes. Throwing towards Rayan. His first touch. And ball is in the air. This is the third game of the day. Northern Region taking on Brong Ahafo, the second edition of the MTN Elite U-19 Championships. Here at the Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence. Northern Region went from a goal down and have 2 goals to show now. Haruna Arafat brings down his marker, but play continues according to center referee Haruna. And referee will attend to him. Looks to be in a lot of pain. This was the moment Abdul Rahim was given a push away by Arafat. Temporary hold up here. The sun looks to be coming out. A little brighter now today. It's been a cool day. No sun, no rains, just cool. But the sun wants to show up a little this afternoon. Ball will be dropped for Northern Region. Kamsu picks it in the center, down the left-hand side, looking for Ryan. But Bedu Daniel will kick-start play for Brong Ahafo in a hurry. Bright, and his header is cleared away by Idrisu. He fights for it, keeps it in play. Finds entry, who was displaced just as Godfred. Ryan races down the left-hand side, but he's offside. Ryan, fresh from the bench, exerting a lot of energy. Free kick, Brong Ahafo. Abdul Rahim is fit. And we'll be heading back onto the turf pretty soon. Godfred's back heel. Finds Kinsley. Azindo to Godfred. Japan turns around beautifully. Surging forward. Japan releases to Arafat down the left-hand side of attack. Here's Arafat, swings it by. Too much for Bright to pick up. Idrisi follow up with that clearance for Northern Region. 70 minutes done. Northern Region 2, Brong Ahafo Region 1. 20 more minutes to go, plus time that could be added on. Northern Region look pumped up for their first win of this round of the tournament. And they could be close to it. Here's a Japan. Japan has Godfred to his right-hand side. Emmanuel's ball never was blocked. Went a throw-in towards Godfred. Godfred lost it all, everyone, only for Idrisi to head it down, followed by Edie. Kinsley Sends it back. Kamsu returns the favor. Little tussle for it there. Here is Ryan watching over his shoulders, looking for help. Only to be disoriented. Northern region. Chasing a win. Al-Hassan turns around beautifully and releases the ball back to Al-Hassan. Azindo will steal it for Brong Ahafo. A long ball towards Goffred. And Idrisu up to the task. Has Emmanuel to beat. Bright tears away into the box. This is Bright. An entry gets at the back of the net. Nasser Hassan beating this time around. Brong Ahafo gets back into the game, and his entry, who sends it home for Brong Ahafo region. Good play there. Bright went through quite easily, stood on his ground, put that pass through, and entry was there. Good goal. Northern Region 2, Brong Ahafo 2. Game continues. Ryan switches to the right-hand side. Wanting to respond almost immediately. That was a good play there from captain of the side, Bright Ofosu. Clearly leading by example, carrying the weight of the team on his shoulders. Standing his grounds when it mattered most. He's on the run again. Here's Bright. Bright through the middle, sends it to his right-hand side, finds Emmanuel. Emmanuel races to it, sends in the cross, and this time it is blocked. He's brought down. Referee says that was fair on both of them, so play should continue. Nasser Al-Hassan sends it through to the other side. Arafat controls beautifully and put that pass through for Yusuf. Back to Arafat. Brong Ahafo wants to continue with that energy. In Japan, sends it to the right-hand side is Azindo. Azindo has it. And the release to Captain Bright. Bright will shoot himself, and Nasara holds on. 74 minutes on the clock. Northern Region 2, Brong Ahafo 2. Nasara. Big boot. But Frimpong is equally up to the task. Fuseni switches to his right-hand side. Emmanuel picks it up. That was just too much for his captain Bright. Nasser Al-Hassan sends that one through to Ibrahim. Ibrahim controls to his left-hand side. There was a foul. Free kick advantage to Brong Ahafo. Quickly sent in. The racing for his entry tried once again. Wins a corner off of Idrisu. And Captain Bright will pick it up. Sends one in, rather long one. Pimpo heads it in, and Nasara holds on. Will not relent. Salim loses out on that one. Arafat receives it once again. Towards Bright down the right-hand side. He has Azindo the bat, followed up by Yusuf. And Nasara this time around. That's better to keep it for Northern Region. Haruna. Haruna has it through the middle. It's Husseini. Back to Haruna. Haruna's ball towards Ryan. And safety first. Emmanuel just sends it out. Northern Region 2, Brong Ahafo Region 2, 76 minutes on the clock. Third game of match day 3 of the ongoing MTN Elite U-19 Championship here in Pram Pram. Good weather for great games. Very cool atmosphere since morning. And the games have equally been challenging and a good one to watch. Northern region identified in a dominant navy blue jersey took the lead, and Brong Ahafo grabbed a crucial equalizer to make it 2-all. Here they are, Haruna. And finally, Brong Ahafo forced to clear their lines. It was a bad bowling from goalkeeper Bedu Daniel, but lucky to have turned things around in the end. Throw in Northern region. Haruna directed to the right spot to take it. He does. Sends it to Ryan. Ryan returns it to him, and Ryan couldn't keep it. It was a foul though. And so Haruna picks it up once again for Northern region. This time he tries to go long. Emmanuel is beaten to it. Who is there to do the connection? Abdul Rahim tries turning around. I know, Fuseni into the woods. Northern region are trying to grab the winner. They've been here before. Lost 4-2 to Upper East, 3-2 to Central region. If it ends this way, we go straight into the penalty shootout for a point or two for each side. Bright receives it, controls, turns around beautifully with it, only to lose it here. He gets back up to win that ball. Emmanuel down the right-hand side, back to Bright. Bright will lofts it in himself, looking for the run of Arafat. Captain of the side, Bright Fosu, very instrumental for this Brong Ahafo side. Ryan, here's Ryan for Northern region down the right hand side. Ryan up against his opposite number, Yusuf. And Emmanuel will win it for Brong Ahafo. Not too long. And Kinsley will clear his lines finally. Azindo's header for goalkeeper, for captain Bright, I should say. Bright to Azindo. Azindo will try that header. Entry misses the pole. And that would have been a good goal. Bright found Azindo in the box. Azindo's pass. Entry was there, but his header, that was just too high. Northern region on the other side already with Abdul Karim. And there's a player down on the turf, needing the attention of the medics and also referee for Sujan. Looks like he will not be able to continue. We'll get to the confirmation of the said player soon. There's a mini conference going on in Japan. Godfred and Captain Bright picking their own moment. 80 minutes gone, 10 more to be played. Northern region sharing spoils at this point in time with Brong Ahafo 2-all. Remember, there has to be a winner in the end, and so if no one is able to score more goals, we will go straight into the penalty shootout. Northern region will continue with a man down. Emmanuel picks it up. And Kingsley goes down. Bright goes down to win a free kick for Brong Ahafo. Emmanuel leaves it for Kingsley to pick up. Here is Godfred. Brong Ahafo in their own half, spread play towards Yusuf down the left-hand side. Entry gets in strongly, and Nasser Nasara holds it. Northern Region forced to make a change. Frimpong Jr.'s header. And his target, Bright, is brought down. Bright goes down. Just as his colleague Abdul Rahim was on to him. Score of the first goal for Northern Region. Abdul Rahim helped up. And game will continue. Temporary hold up here. As a throwing. Northern Region will respond with a triple change. But Arafat racing down the left hand side for Brong Ahafo. Sends him on in. Heads go up. Side net, and it is. Medics called upon. This was Arafat's ball through. And that header went up too high and didn't land well. Arafat did his best. Picked up the run of his colleague. So the changes have begun. It is out. And his place is taken by Husseini Abdul Musowere. Abdul Rahim also out. And replaced by Dramani Mohammed. Captain of the side, Salim, out. And Yakubu Abdul Nafik also takes his place. 3 straight changes, Northern Region. "84 minutes gone. Northern Region 2, Brong Ahafo 2. 3 fresh legs. Great ball down the left-hand side. Ryan. Timely clearance there. Frimpong Jr. did a very good job on that account. That was a good ball so far, Ryan. But there's too much belly mesh there. Back to the middle, have Al-Hassan. Al-Hassan sends one ahead of everyone and beat goalkeeper Daniel, but the flag was up. That would have been a good run for a 3rd goal for Northern Region. Ryan tried so many things at the same time that was really unnecessary. He just had to shoot the ball into the net after beating goalkeeper Bedu Daniel. Decided to go for that flick from the back, causing Daniel to have his hand to it. There'll be another change to be effected by Brong Ahafo. We'll wait for that confirmation. Al-Hassan sends one from the middle. Ibrahim tries to keep it. Sends it down the left-hand side. Back to Ibrahim. Shoots himself. Ryan tries again and sends it to the woods. Ryan wasting all of the chances for Northern Region. That's the confirmation. Azindo is out. And Evans Ibrahim takes his place. Daniel sends the long one in. Bad tries to go for it. Godfred follows up. And the ball is returned. Frimpong cleared. But Ryan was caught offside. Free kick. Has to be played at the right spot. Frimpong Jr. Looking for Arafat down the left-hand side. Arafat leaves it for Evans to have his first touch. Here's Evans. Evans, fresh legs, new energies. Japan's ball. Soto, his captain, and the flag is up. Right. Would have rewarded himself for all of the work he's done today, but unfortunately the flag was up. 87 minutes gone. If it ends this way, we need to prep for the second penalty shootout of this tournament. First was on day one against the Ashanti region and Volta region. Straight red card. Straight red, unfortunately. That was rather cynical. Adair Kinsley has a yellow card already. Picks up the second, resulting in that red card. Kinsley, Adair, shown a second yellow card. And that results in that eventual red card. That was a bad tackle on Husseini Abdul. Brong Ahafo reduced to 10 men at this point. 2 more minutes to go. Northern Region 2, Brong Ahafo 2. Drama on match day 3 as well. Our referees just doing their job, not compromising. As a free kick to Northern Region. Poor ball in. Cleared. And Bright is chasing after it, but that is a Larson's ball. Flag is up on the other side as well. Ryan was about to follow up on it. John Dasunimade is not giving up. Still issuing out instructions to his Brong Ahafo side, who have been reduced to 10 men. Danso's ball in. Down the left-hand side is Husseini Abdul. Abdul Husseini for Northern Region, tearing away. Will Emmanuel allow him? Emmanuel gets his foot to it. Emmanuel had a final touch. It will be another corner for Northern Region. Another corner for Northern Region to effect. They have 20 seconds on the clock to make it count. Plus time that could be added on, or we'll head straight into another penalty shootout. First was on match day 1. The opening game actually between Ashanti region and Volta region ended 5-3 on penalties after. That game also ended 2-2. Emmanuel helped the side for game to continue. Corner kick. Northern Region. Ball swinging. Let's go up the follow-up. And that would have been good for Northern Region. We'll be doing 3 minutes of time added on. Husseini Abdul knows he wasted that opportunity. Bedu Daniel, goalkeeper for Brong Ahafo. Post one through the middle. Godfred wanted it. Heads go up. Control. Ryan turns around and tears away from Arafat. There was a push demonstrated by center referee Ofosujan, and gives that free kick to Northern Region. Haruna sends one into the box. And it's followed up by Evans. Evans picks it up for Brong Ahafo. Here is Yusuf. Yusuf for Arafat. Leaves it for Evans. Evans switches to his right hand side looking for his captain. Gets his head to it. But that control from Husseini Abdul. Racing down the left hand side from the middle towards the final third. Brings it back through the middle. Northern region. And that ball is blocked. Husseini. He loses out on it. Entry wants it. Heads go up. Northern region have the advantage. And there's a foul. And center referee picks it up. Foul on Idrisu. That was a resulting free kick straight to Daniel Bedu. Brong Ahafo. And Northern region could be heading into the penalty shootout because we have 20 seconds to go. Bright holds on to that one for Brong Ahafo. Corner kick. Last attempt at goal for Brong Ahafo. Bright sends it in. Nasser Al-Hassan punches it. Husseini Abdul follows up on it, and this is the cue. That is the last try. Last try for Brong Ahafo. And there goes the whistle. 90 plus 3 minutes done. 2-all Northern region against Brong Ahafo. Northern region have scored 2 goals in every game, but have not been able to win. Or the spot proved lucky. Brong Ahafo also reduced by a man. Oh, fancy their chances from the spot kick. And the referees immediately call on the captains for the toss to be done. So we head straight into the shootout. Meanwhile, the most valuable player has already been pointed out, and it's Captain Fosu Bright, giving Brong Ahafo his very best. But unfortunately, we get to decide the winners or the winner from the spot. Second penalty shootout. This edition first saw Ashanti region win 5-3. Northern region and Brong Ahafo will reach deep and search for their best first 5 penalty takers to go through this one. Looks like Brong Ahafo have it worked out and have settled on their first 5, just as Northern region. Nasser Al-Hassan clearly did not think the game would drag this way when he had the opportunity to man the post for the first time for Northern region. We are ready for the penalty shootout. And Brong Ahafo will begin this round for us. Japan up against Nasser Al Hassan. Referee Fusujan will dish out the last instructions to the goalkeepers. Daniel Bedu walks away, leaving Nasser Al Hassan with the Japani manual. Japan, and he misses. He shoots wide. Japan just sends it wide. What a miss. Emmanuel Japan had all the strength behind that one, by the direction. Not the best. Ibrahim also steps up for the first kick for Northern Region. Mohamed Ibrahim. Ibrahim up against Bedu Daniel. Ibrahim scores a rather beautiful penalty for Northern Region. Finalists from the maiden edition, Brong Ahafo. They're sweating it out here. They lost on the final day of the first edition to Western Region. Here they are. Almost staring defeat in the face. Bright will take the second for Brong Ahafo. Takes a few steps back, hoping to corner it all up with that good performance today. Bright, and he scores. Rather cheeky penalty. Good one taken. Leading by example. Bright Ofosu is the captain for the Brong Ahafo side. Husseini Abdul Musowere takes the second one for Northern Region. Husseini, and he scores. Easy does it. Bedu Daniel cannot get his hand to it. The bench of Northern Region looking unkindly. A good penalty taken there of Husseini Abdul. Emmanuel Nyako racing for the third one for Brong Ahafo. Nyako takes a few steps back, chooses the spot and sends it through. Nasser had nothing to do with that one. He was stuck, couldn't even move. The good penalty taken there by Emmanuel Nyako. Ryan will pick the third for Northern Region. Ibrahim Ryan up against Bedu Daniel. Ryan, and it's saved. Bedu Daniel puts his hand to it. So it's two apiece. Both sides missing one of the kicks. Japan missed the first, and Ibrahim Ryan has missed the third for Northern Region. So 2-2. Godfred, ready for the fourth. Amankwa Godfred up against Nasser Al Hassan. It's a long ride backwards. And he shoots. That is blocked. Nasser Al Hassan puts his hand to it. Another save. And Northern Region have another lifeline. Idrisu Al Hassan. Idrisu up against Bedu Daniel. That was a poor kick from Amankwa Goffred. But Northern Region might just have to take advantage of it. Idrisu. Idrisu up against Bedu Daniel. The whistle is gone. He passes and he shoots. Easy does it. Brings the tally to 3-2 at this point in time. We'll be going for the last round. And Entry steps up to pick the last kick for Brong Ahafo. Osafo Entry up against Nasser Al Hassan. Entry, Nasser, Entry, and he also misses. Entry also misses. Our Northern Region will have their first win and is on penalties. After the game ended 2-2, Brong Ahafo missed 3 of their penalty kicks, throwing in the towel. Our Northern Region have their first win, but they had to wait till the last option after we resorted to the spot kicks. 3-2, it ended, and Ofosu Bright maintains his accolade as the most valuable player in the end. Ofosu Bright is captain of the Brong Ahafo region side. Game ended. We'll be bringing you the last game of the day, and it will be between the side that have scored the highest so far, Greater Accra region taking on Central region. We'll be back to bring you the last game of the day.